Here's 3 things that I would do if I started to work out for the first time again. 1. Master your form. Don't go into the gym doing exercises for only 1 to 5 reps and testing your strength, especially if it's your first week. Instead, what I would do if I was to go back in time is dedicate the first 2 weeks of mastering your form. Number 2. Volume. Don't be working out 6 to 7 times a week with 2 to 4 hours a day. There are way too many times I quit when I first started working out because I ended up going all in and I just burnt out. So instead, starting with just 3 or 4 days a week and implementing it slowly into your life is a way better long-term strategy. Number 3. Diet. You simply won't be building that much muscle or look the way you actually want to look if you aren't paying attention to your diet. And no, that doesn't just mean eating a lot healthier. It means tracking your macronutrients and your calories. And the calories basically determine whether or not you're losing weight or gaining weight to see if you want to build lots of muscle or if you want to tone down and lose a lot of that fat. Don't be like me when I first started working out. So remember,
here's some things that I wish I had known when I first started lifting. Number 1, mobility is so fucking important. Don't fucking skip on mobility unless you fucking hate your joints and you want to be all brittle and shit by the time you're 50. You'll also hear the term dynamic stretching. That's basically what mobility is. Number 2 is ego lifting, because there's no fucking way that I posted this video and I said, boy, I forced 4 plates. Look at that shit. What did you force? A back injury? 0 reps? Question mark. I want to see full fucking range of motion, and what I also want to see is slow and controlled reps. Like being able to control your negatives. Like it's one thing being able to lift something up, but also to control it on the way down like this is so important. Number 3 is so fucking controversial, but I feel like every single person who is new in the gym follows the 4x12 rule, which is like such bullshit. Because in my head, not even in my head, like I feel like collectively a lot of people agree that you should be doing 4 by till failure. So basically 4 sets of you doing that movement until you physically cannot do it anymore. You will surprise yourself. You will be like, oh god, I can't do another one. And you will do 5 more. Let me know if you fuckers have any fucking questions. I'm here to help. I love you guys. Mwah!
The 4 exercises I will never be doing again because my glutes are literally blowing up. And I also don't recommend these to you guys either. Step Ups made Google Earth give my glutes their own postcode. Any RDL variation has people asking where I got my BBL done. Hip thrusts or glute bridges literally made my glutes and confidence quadruple in size. Kickbacks made sure none of my jeans fit anymore.
She did not want to grow her quads. She only wanted to focus on glute growth. She was happy with the size of her legs. So this is where she started. This is her after her full 12-week booty series, just glute focused routine. She did do compounds, which I'll show you guys, but we did make those glute focused because she didn't want to grow quads. Here are some of the compounds she did for glute growth, not quad growth. Elevated sumo squats, because compounds are still important, but that doesn't mean you need to grow your quads. Elevated curtsy lunges, you can make them more glute focused. RDLs, double leg and single leg RDLs, she would do about 2 times a week. And then of course, barbell hip thrusters and barbell glute bridges. No quad growth needed.
The fuck are you doing?
I'm hip thrusting.
Get up. Okay, so if you're keeping your legs way too far out like this, you're gonna be feeling it a lot more in your hamstrings. If you're pulling them in too close like this, it's gonna be a lot more in your quads. So you wanna find that middle ground here. Instead of cranking your hips back like this, you wanna eliminate that pelvic tilt, tucking your pelvis in like this. Instead of having your neck crank back like this, you wanna keep your chin tucked and your gaze looking forward the whole time. Now from here, you wanna move slow and controlled. Take your hips all the way down. And then from here, you want to take it all the way to the top. Make sure you're locking out and squeezing at the top, holding for 2, and back down. So again, you're not keeping your legs too far out. You're not keeping them too close. Finding that middle ground. Now from here, you're making sure that your pelvis is tucked. Keeping your gaze forward. Slow and controlled all the way down to the bottom. And reaching full extension, squeezing and holding at the top. Like this? That's way better. Oh. definitely giving that girl a follow.
Set off my whole body, whole body. Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat.
This is how you're gonna get a sexy toned back and juicy glutes using the row machine. Alright, so first of all, we're gonna take our settings all the way up to 10, the max it can go. Then I want you to do an overhand, literally just pull back, squeeze your core, and then we're gonna do underhand. You can see what it's working, 2 different areas in your back. Now it's time to work our glutes. So this one, we're literally just isolating the entire glute muscle, helping all the girlies get their hourglass shape before summer. I have 2 6-week programs to get you right before summer. Tap the link on my page, join my fitness community today.
Three workouts that are slimming my waist. 4 sets at 12 each for 15 minutes. Jumping jacks for 20 minutes.
An hourglass figure, you gotta train your lat. Here's how I do it. The lats attach at lots of different places along the back, so they need to be trained differently. Here's the 2 things we're gonna do. The lats work primarily in 2 different ways. One of them being shoulder adduction, or this movement here. Here's how we need to train it. Movements like this wide grip pull-up, this wide grip lat pull-down is a great way to work the lats and shoulder adduction, but there's another way. Another way that we can work the lats is in shoulder extension, or this movement here. Here's what we're gonna do. When we do rowing movements to keep the elbow in tight to the body, not only is it gonna work the upper back, but a big squeeze on the lats. Or we can do movements that combine a lat pull and a row, like this high row, making sure that we pull from out in front of us and above. No matter what you do, you wanna do enough reps or wait till the movement slows down, because that's where you grow the most.
Today, I'm going to teach you how to structure a gym workout for optimal results. Let's get it. First, show up. Now that you're here, it's imperative that you hype yourself up and get ready for the workout. First step, warm up. A warm up can last anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. You can jump on the treadmill for 5 minutes, and then you can spend about 5 to 10 minutes warming up the appropriate muscle groups using dynamic movements to get the body ready. Now that you're warm, the bulk of your workout is going to be strength training. Here's a guide of how many reps you should be performing per set depending on your goals. Now, for effective strength training, you should be choosing around 4 to 6 exercises and performing about 3 to 4 sets of anywhere between 8 and 25 reps depending on your goals. Start with light weights and always try to challenge yourself with each set if you really want to see results. And don't forget to add adequate rest times between your workouts. The strength training portion should last you about 30 to 40 minutes. Finish off with some cardio for 15 to 20 minutes. And lastly, it's crucial to cool down and stretch at the end. Take advantage of this. Since your muscles are warm, this helps promote muscle recovery and prepares you for your next workout.
Here's how to build your own workout program in 3 steps. First, how many days can you get in the gym? If you can go to the gym 1 day this week, do your entire body. If you can go to the gym 2 days this week, split it in half, lower, upper. If you have more than 2 days, which we recommend, then do like a lower and upper, and then another day where you do like a full body day. Second thing, most workouts have about 12 sets of exercises being done in them. So what that looks like is something like 4 exercises that you're doing for 3 sets apiece. 3, 6, 9, and 12. 3, select exercises. The first exercise you choose in a workout is the most important. So when you're looking at your entire workout structure, a lower body day, an upper body day, and a full body day, you want to pick like one major objective for each day that you can progress week to week. Then once you have the first exercise set up in each one of your days, fill in the rest of the 4 exercises with complementary exercises that also work the same body part or are just plain fun because you like doing them, because it's really important that you enjoy working out. Once then you have the days per week you're going to train, a focused exercise on each day that you're going to progress each week, and you filled in the rest of the exercises, stick with that routine for about 4 weeks, and then rinse and repeat for the rest of your life, and you are good to go.
Current workout split, rest day included. Monday, cardio and abs. Tuesday, glutes and quads glute focused. Wednesday, rest day. Thursday, leg day. Friday, full body cardio.
I'm
know you want to unbig your back, you just don't know where to start. So here's a routine that you can follow. On Mondays, we do legs. And I say we because it seems like the whole gym is doing legs on Mondays. You're going to start off with some sumo squats. Then you're going to do some hip thrusts with a superset of a 15-second hold, Bulgarians, RDLs, reverse lunges, and goblet squats. On Tuesdays, I do arms and back. Women who say they don't lift weights because they don't want to look like a man just don't know what they're doing. So I do bicep curls, front raises, lateral raises, bent over rows, overhead extensions, and bench dips. This is also going to give you that hourglass figure that you want. Now on Wednesdays, I go hard and I work on my fupa because how I'm going to be thick at the bottom and thick at the top? No. I do dead bugs, crunch kicks, reverse planks, shoulder taps, weighted sit-ups, and then I plank until failure. And y'all, when I tell you this one is great, it's phenomenal. On Thursdays, we're going back to our legs because why not? My Monday leg days look exactly like my Thursday leg days because you want to focus on consistency. I don't want to deviate from my workout plan until about 4 to 6 weeks so I can actually see some glute growth. So keep doing what you're doing. It's working. On Fridays, we go full body. These are all compound exercises, meaning they're working multiple muscles at a time. I start with ski squats, rolls, reverse lunges into shoulder press, and then I do this plank and I lift the weights. I don't know what it's called, but it works. I then do weighted sit-ups and some dumbbell jumping jacks. And now you have a workout for the entire
If you want to get into Pilates, but you're kind of just like struggling with getting started, or you don't necessarily want to take classes, or you don't want to pay for classes, let me just tell you, I'm going to give you a little 3-step. Go on YouTube, look up my girl Move with Nicole. Start first week, 10 minutes a day, 3 days. Next week, 20 minutes a day, 3 days. Next week, 20 minutes a day, 3 days. The week after that, you can kick it up. You can start kicking it up. But give yourself a 3-week slow on-ramp time period. She's got amazing Pilates yoga classes that really have you sweating, have you moving. Like when I finish these classes, like I'd be struggling. She's got 10 minutes, she's got 25 minutes, she's got beginners, intermediate, advanced. Like honestly, she may be one of the best YouTube Pilates influencers that I found. But look her up. Her name is Move with Nicole. Do the 3-week on-ramp onboarding like I told you, so that you're not jumping right in, but so that you can slowly incorporate it into your lifestyle, into your schedule or what have you. And I'm telling you, you won't regret it. I'm telling you. And this is particularly for people who are going from zero, like no Pilates, not having tried it again, and you're looking to kind of implement something in your day, in your morning, maybe in your evening, that simple, easy, fits into your schedule. Honestly, particularly for people who are busy, for girls who are busy, who maybe don't have a lot of time, do this. You're gonna feel more flexible, more limber, you're gonna feel freer, you're gonna feel better, more energetic. Your energy levels are gonna be impacted tremendously. And I know my busy girls out there, you know, sometimes it's hard to find time. I like to work out in the mornings. I'm always gonna be a morning workout person, but sometimes it's hard to find that time. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Second week, 20 minutes. Third week, 20 minutes, right? And then allow your body to ramp up from there. But it does make a difference.
So you're a person that wants to start meal prepping, but you have no idea what to do or where to start. Well, here's 5 tips that I have for you that will help you get started. Tip number 1, plan ahead of time. Identify the day that you want to plan what it is that you want to make, what day it is that you want to go grocery shopping, and then figure out the day and the time that you want to schedule out a couple of hours to actually meal prep. Tip number 2, I'm ready to start planning, but I have no idea what to make and I don't know how to find recipes. Where do I find the inspiration? My friends, the social media exists. Use the Instagram algorithm to your advantage. If you're like, there are no food creators that pop up on my homepage, that is because you're not engaging enough with food creators. Anytime that you do see a recipe by a creator, like it, save it, share it. That way it lets the algorithm know that you are interested in food content. Therefore, more recipes are gonna start showing up on your homepage. Tip number 3, I want you to start with a clean kitchen and always clean up as you go to save time at the end. Tip number 4, make sure you make things that you actually thoroughly enjoy. Don't make things just because little Sarah made it that way means that you have to make it the exact same way. If you see a vegetable on her recipe that you're like, okay, I really don't like that, don't toss the whole recipe away just because it added that ingredient. Experiment with it. Add some vegetables that you actually enjoy. Number 5, meal prepping is not a chore, guys. It is something that you're doing for your own self, and that is absolutely beautiful. So have fun with it. I believe in you.
Easy meal prep ideas with my simple method. Here's my secret to creating endless recipes. Choose one carb source, one protein source, and one fruit or vegetable. This always forms the base of any meal, and you can mix and match as you like. Here we have protein pancakes and blueberries. Here's another idea with the same method. First we have low carb potatoes, chicken breasts, and a bag of frozen mixed vegetables. This forms the base of any meal, and then you can add whatever extras you like any sauces or healthy fats. Here's 2 more simple examples. Noodles for the carb, prawns for the protein, and stir fry mix for the vegetable. This makes an easy prawn stir fry. Or wheat bix for the carb, chobani for the protein, and strawberries for the fruit. This makes an easy overnight wheat bix. Now you never have to run out of meal prep ideas. Follow for more.
Here are my 5 tips for meal prepping. Starting with number 1, invest in some nice containers, because if you are going to be meal prepping every single week, you want these containers to last. Number 2, listen to a podcast or something that's going to keep you entertained for about 2 to 3 hours. Number 3, write out your recipes in advance and also the steps and the ingredients that you need. Make sure you have all of it, because if you are cooking and you don't have something in the middle of the meal prep, then it's just going to mess up the whole flow. Number 4, do not close your containers while the food is still hot, because it'll basically just create bacteria and then you can just get sick. And number 5, do not overcook your food. If you cook your food to a complete temperature where it's like cooked the whole way, then it's just going to be super dry when you heat it up. So you want to cook it on like light to medium rather than like medium to fully cooked. Hopefully that makes sense, and hope you use these tips.
On my 100-pound weight loss, I was meal prepping on a budget, so let's make a $21 5-day meal prep. Almost 4 pounds of chicken breast, $13.47. We're gonna cube up our chicken, add in our seasonings, 1 lime, 38 cents. Add in our lime juice, chipotle sauce, 98 cents. 4 tablespoons of chipotle sauce. 1 onion, 98 cents. Saute half an onion. 2 packs of rice cauliflower, $2.17. Add in your microwaved cauliflower rice. 1 tomato bouillon cube. Seasonings. Just gonna mix this up and finish cooking it up on the stovetop. We're gonna add in our cauliflower rice. Add in our chicken. Broccoli, $1.16. Steamed broccoli. And refrigerate.
If you're not volume eating, what are you doing? My 40-pound weight loss journey became a whole lot easier when I learned how to eat a lot of food for a low amount of calories. There's so many ways that you can volume eat. One of my biggest ones was learning how to volume eat with pasta. We love pasta. Pasta's fantastic, but it is higher in calories, especially for the serving sizes that we actually want to eat. This is your typical serving size of pasta, and I don't know about you, but I definitely want more than this. This bowl, which is almost 900 grams, under 250 calories. This is an example of high volume eating, so you can eat a lot of this for a low amount of calories. I have so many recipes on my profile about spaghetti squash. You guys really love the Alfredo pasta one. Definitely check that out. Another great example of volume eating would be having a serving size of pasta, but you fill up on other things. So maybe you combine a lower calorie alternative with the real thing so that you can still get full, but still get your fix of what you actually want. Which brings me to coleslaw. Y'all know I am the coleslaw queen. One of my most viral videos is me talking about how you can stretch rice using coleslaw. You can still get your fix of rice, which can be a little higher in calories. Still get your fix of a serving size of rice, but you fill up on coleslaw. And then you pair that with a low calorie sauce, and it is amazing. You can stretch anything with coleslaw. Y'all know I even made some buffalo chicken dip, and I stretch it with coleslaw. We also have spinach, so you guys know that I typically will make spinach salads, or I'll make like spring mix salad. I lost 40 pounds by volume eating, and yes, I would have this in a whole sitting and wouldn't even be able to finish it. Obnoxiously huge family-sized salads is what saved me on my calorie deficit. I've been snacking on things like fruit. Blueberries are a fruit that are super low in calorie, or even strawberries. Those are really good to eat when you feel like your stomach is a bottomless pit. If y'all want more examples on how to volume eat or more volume eating meals, definitely let me know. But I hope this video gave gave you a lot of ideas. Hit your protein goal easily with these 3 tips. Hitting your protein goal is super important because it will transform your body. There are days when I was getting like 150 grams of protein by accident. Here are the receipts, and these are all on 3 random days. 147, 155. One thing I know how to do is get my protein in. Let's start with breakfast. I love to front load my protein in the morning. This means that I'm starting off the day with my first meal being a high amount of protein. We want to start knocking away at our protein goal at the very first meal. A big way to get in a lot of protein for the lowest amount of calories is egg white. As we can see here, egg whites are way lower in calorie than regular eggs, of course, because it's just the egg whites. For 60 to 80 calories, eggs will range. You're getting about 6 grams of protein. For 25 calories, you're getting 5 grams of protein. These two have pretty much the same amount of protein, but this has way less calories than the regular egg. However, the regular egg is still important so that we can get our healthy fats in. For this breakfast sandwich that I want to assemble, I have a whole bunch of egg whites mixed with 1 egg. So I'm still getting my egg fix, but I'm not having multiple eggs. I'm having 1 egg and then filling up with egg whites because they're a lower calorie and a high amount of protein. So it's a great way to make your eggs more filling for lower calories. I also have turkey bacon and a keto bun that has 6 grams of protein. 286 calories, 42 grams of protein. Y'all know I always have the receipts. So under 300 calories for 42 grams of protein. Insane. That breakfast definitely passes the 10% rule test, where they say you know that something is super high in protein if at least 10% of whatever the calories are what it is in protein at least. For example, this is a page straight out of my ebook. 10% of a 120 calorie chicken breast is 12%. So there should be at least 12 grams of protein. There are 26 grams of protein in this chicken breast, so we know that it is super high in protein. If we're having a meal for 286 calories and we're getting 42 grams of protein, that definitely passes the 10% rule. Let's move on to lunch and dinner since we're already talking about chicken breast. Chicken breast is my favorite meat when it comes to getting in a high amount of protein for a lower amount of calories. Chicken breast is going to be a leaner part of the chicken and a low calorie part of the chicken compared to a chicken thigh or chicken wing. So this is a great way to get in a lot of protein for a low amount of calories so that we can save space for the fun foods in our diet. This tip is a game changer. Adding non-fat plain Greek yogurt to any sauce is going to make it extremely high in protein. You're basically sneaking the protein in, and me personally, I don't taste it when I add it to my sauces. It's just a way to make the sauce higher in protein. For 90 calories, you're getting an extra 16 grams of protein. You can add this to your Alfredo sauce, your spaghetti sauce, whatever sauce that you are having to make it higher in protein, and you're just sneaking the protein in. For example, I love the G sauces. Their sauces are like 5 and 10 calories, and I will add this to it to make it higher in protein, and it's already low in calories, so we have a low calorie, higher protein sauce. The reason why hitting your protein goal for the lowest amount of calories possible is amazing is because it saves space in your diet for the fun foods. You will have more room for the snacks, the treats, and all of that if you go ahead and knock your protein goal out of the way for the lowest amount of calories possible.
The most delicious, high-protein, creamy, garlic, cheesy chicken and potatoes, only 500 calories and so easy to meal prep. Slice your chicken into cubes, add fresh garlic, onion powder, mixed herbs, chili flakes, paprika, salt, and olive oil. Mix till you lose patience, then slice your uncooked potato, season with salt, garlic, mixed herbs, chili flakes, paprika, and olive oil. Mix well, then oven or air fry on the settings listed on screen. Next, cook the chicken on high heat for 5 minutes, then lower the heat, add milk, light cream cheese, parmesan, and extra seasoning before adding your crispy potatoes. Add shredded mozzarella, then cover for a few minutes to let the cheese melt. Then distribute into 4 equal servings and you're ready to enjoy.
If I could start my running career over from scratch, here's exactly what I would do. First, I'd walk. I'd just walk. As a society who spends a lot of time sitting at desks, expecting to go straight from this to running can often be too much too soon and lead to injury. Walking is an underrated precursor to running. Second, I would strength train. Just 3 to 4 exercises twice a week is enough. Get strong to run, don't run to get strong. Third, I'd add some running bouts to my walks. Walking for a certain period of time, running for a certain period of time. I'd gradually build this up until I could run for 15 minutes straight, 30 minutes straight, and 60 minutes straight. 80 to 90% of this running would be slow and easy. The app for beginner runners with exact daily plans on how to do this is early release this Friday. Subscribe to the newsletter for access.
I went from running not even half a mile to becoming a runner, and I've been running for 1.5 years now. So here are some of the biggest mistakes that I see new runners do. Part 2. Number 1 is a lot of new runners don't cross train. I've made this mistake and learned the hard way. Basically, I was training for my half marathon and I didn't cross train, which means like use the bike, Stairmaster, walk on an incline to really strengthen your leg muscles. That way when you're upping the mileage, your knee joints don't start hurting. I cannot stress how important this is because I didn't do that and I hurt my knee so bad that I couldn't walk basically for a month, let alone run. So avoid that and cross train. Number 2 is a lot of new runners don't realize that they're under eating. When you're running, you're burning a lot of calories at once, and to properly fuel yourself, you need to be eating a lot of carbs. And I know people are like, wait, carbs are like bad for you. No, you need to eat a lot of carbs, fiber, protein, everything to be successful. And the third one, the last one, is that you're running too fast. You need to be running at a talking pace, a conversational pace. It's a lot slower than you think when you're first starting out because that's what's going to help you build up the endurance so you're not gassing yourself out and then just stopping at a mile. It'll help you run a lot longer.
This for any new runners, stop heel striking. My friend Ashley is a great example of heel striking. As you can see, the heel of her foot is striking the ground first. To be a more efficient runner, you want to land on the forefoot or the midfoot. As you see my form on the right hand side, you can see my heel does not really touch the ground as I'm running.